Good morning. Coach Sarah here. How's everybody? You guys will just need a kettlebell for today's workout or a single weight. That's what you have. Morning, staff. You just need a kettlebell today or a single heavy weight. This is the second morning that I have not had any coffee. Not that I'm trying to do that. Not a goal of mine, but something keeps happening that pulls me back into the bed. And then there's not enough time. So I'm realizing I'm not as dependent on it as I thought, which is good. Just have about a minute and a half. So I'm gonna turn the AC off once I get moving, which I'm a little sad about, but otherwise you won't be able to hear me. Just doing some last minute things I forgot about last night. All about that multitask. All right, guys, let's shut this off. It is 6 o'clock. I'm going to move this timer over here. Like I said, all you need is one single weight. Kettlebell is what's here for the programming, but obviously you may not have one, and that's okay. I've only got this little guy, so we're gonna make it work. Alexa, let's start our warm up with some knee to elbow. First move, we're gonna do skater hops or leaps, skater leaps, whatever you want to call them. Make sure your weights are not in the way when we do this, but you're gonna hop from one side to the other. That opposite leg comes back, crosses over behind you, just sort of touches, taps to the floor, and then you're alternating side to side. Keep that core nice and tight. I kind of have a little bit of a forward bend just to keep my weight over my toes and move side to side. Let me have you guys switch to chest opener with a butt kick. See, this is where that whole waiting room thing is a little annoying. Okay, then next move, you're gonna do a push-up to a plank jack. So you're here, good plank position, come down for your push-up, then jack your feet out and in, back to your push-up, out and in. Modify if you're coming to your knees, push up. You can do tap, tap, or just come up to the toes and do your plank jack there. Whatever works for you. Then let me have you guys switch to, let's do some squats. Warming up. Then we're gonna do an alternating reverse lunge to kick. So you're gonna alternate which leg comes back into that reverse lunge. That same leg goes forward for your kick. As you do this, you step that foot back, you sink straight down, that leg comes up, kicks up, like that. So try to keep your weight in the front heel whenever you're doing that lunge. Chest stays tall, core tight. Let me have you guys switch to torso rotation. Then we're gonna do bear crawls, forward and back. So for bear crawls, we start on our hands and knees, but then we lift the knees up in the air. Now you wanna move your opposite hand and foot forward at the same time so that everything's staying nice and stable and flat in your back. So it's gonna look like this. You just advance a few steps and then you go backward. Whatever kind of room you've got to move, you can go as far forward as you want and then just travel backward through the round of 30 seconds. If you can't do that, it's okay if your butt's up in the air more. I'm not gonna get nitpicky. Let me have you guys switch to jumping jacks. Next move, you're gonna use that kettlebell. We're gonna do the sumo deadlift high pull. So that weight starts in between your feet. You get a wide stance, wider than hips and shoulders. Toes point out at about a 45-degree angle. You hip hinge down. This is a deadlift. So we've got a wide sumo stance. You connect with that weight, but your back's nice and flat. Shoulder blades pulled back. You're gonna open your hips when you're there. High pull or high row up, back down, and repeat. So you're just letting that weight lightly tap the floor at the bottom, feeling that tension in your hamstring when you're down here. Eyes point to the floor when you're down, they come up. When you come up, elbows higher than hands, hands no higher than chin when you do that high pull. Then let me have you guys switch to toy soldiers. Talked a lot for this jumping jack, sorry. Then you're gonna hold the kettlebell with one hand, or if you have a weight, same thing. We're gonna do those side bends. So this is one I've talked about. I know side bends bother my back. It's already been sore still from last week. So I might just do tiny range of motion. I'm still keeping everything nice and contracted here. So if you're with me on that, we'll modify it there. If you can do the full range of motion and you don't ever have back trouble, then great. Then let me have you guys switch to, let's do hacky sack with a arm circle. Then you're gonna take that kettlebell flip it upside down, or you're just holding your weight here. You're gonna do a goblet squat. So trying to get the butt nice and low, sitting in that really tiny chair behind you, imaginary, but holding that weight up at your chest, low as you can go, squeezing the glutes at the top, keeping your core nice and tight. Then let me have you guys switch to back hacky sacks. And your last move, I've done these a million times, but it's good for you. In and out feet, quick feet on the ladder moving, so out, out, and in, out, out, and in. And then you can go backwards for this one today. Okay, so just agile feet, sink into it a little bit so you're in that athletic stance and your knees aren't gonna lock out. All right, guys, we're gonna get started in 10 seconds. That first move is the skater leap or skater hop. What am I saying today? Make sure you got your music on. Get your smartwatch started if you got one. We're going in 3, 2, 1. All right, skater leaps, side to side. Give a little hop in there. The further you can go side to side with your hop, the more you're gonna use your gluteus medius to support you and take that weight. Don't let yourself dip into it. Don't let your hips open to the back. Hips stay square. You got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, next move, push up to plank jack. Whatever version you can do, we're going in 3, 2, 1. Make sure your hands are under your shoulders. Elbows stay tucked in to your sides with your push-ups. And then pop the feet out and in. If you're modifying to your knees, it's the same thing with your push-up. Then you can come up to the plank and either tap or still do the plank jack. You got less than 10 seconds to go. Keep pushing for it, guys. Starting this Tuesday out strong. 3, 2, 1, rest. Back to your feet. We're gonna do reverse lunge to kick. If you want to, you could scale this up and hold a weight. 3, 2, 1. Reverse lunge, kick. Now, make sure you're alternating sides, but at the same leg that reverse lunges, kicks. And when you kick, keep that core nice and tight. Everything that you do needs to involve this core being engaged, pulling that rib cage down, tucking that belly button into your spine. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, bear crawls are next. Forward, backward. Step with opposite foot and hand. 3, 2, 1. Try to keep your knees floating just like 2 or 3 inches above the floor. Keep your back nice and flat, like there's a glass of water. You're trying not to spill it off. That's what makes this more challenging. If you have to, these are too hard, it's okay if you're up like this, just to get that weight bearing through the shoulders. I know that can be hard if you're just starting out. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, sumo deadlift high pull is next. Going in 3, 2, 1. Wide stance, feet point out, hip hinge down, high pull up. Squeeze those glutes as you open your hips and pull that weight up to chin level. Now these don't need to be fast. If you have a heavier weight, you're not going to be able to go as fast, and that's okay. But resistance is what will be the challenge. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, then we're holding that weight at our side. Side bends. 3, 2, 1. So breathing through this one. Doesn't need to be a lot of range of motion. Do what's right for you, your body. I need these abdominals, your obliques to be working That is the important part. So you should start to fatigue on that opposite side of the weight in the front. I don't want you to feel this back here. Keep going. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, still need that weight. Flip it upside down for your goblet squat. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Squat down. Try to go as low as you can. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Now, when you're holding a weight and you're doing squats, notice this with myself. We're always saying chest tall, but if you force it too much, then you're gonna have this curve in your back. You don't want that. You want your back to be flat, and a natural little bit of bend happens at the bottom, at the waist. 3, 2, 1, rest. A little bend in the waist is okay. You just don't wanna be like this. Okay, we're going in 3, 2, 1. Quick feet, in, out, out. Soapbox. Got one today. In, out, out. Quick feet. Go nice and fast forward and then backward. Just make sure you're not going to be tripping on anything. Watch where you're going. I know that can be hard at home if you have pets and children. Do your best. Safety first. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right. Second round back to the top. We're doing those skater leaps first, side to side. 3, 2, 1. So tap that opposite foot back. You can speed these up. You can really get a hop in there in the middle. You can challenge yourself floating that toe back as you cross that leg behind you. Don't let it touch the floor. That will make that challenging. Less than 10 seconds here, guys. Pushing through, believing in yourself. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, push up to plank jack. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Good push-up form. Do your best. Try to come all the way to the floor, no matter which version you're doing, just to really get that full range of motion. Make sure your elbows are sticking close to your sides. Hands are right under your shoulders. Push the floor away. That's the only way to get stronger with these push-ups, is to really have correct form. And 3, 2, 1, rest. Back up to your feet, reverse lunge to kick. We're going in 3, 2, 1, reverse lunge, kick. Try to get high with that kick. Challenge yourself in whatever way you got. You might really try to get some range, but make sure you're counterbalancing. That opposite knee might bend a little bit. Perfectly natural. You got less than 10 seconds. Push through that discomfort. Remember, you have to get uncomfortable. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, I know these make everyone uncomfortable. Bear crawls. 3, 2, 1. Maybe not. Maybe these are your favorite one. I guess I can't assume anything because everyone's different and everyone is in a different part of their journey. So embrace it. If you've got a favorite exercise, embrace it. Maybe you hate all of them. Embrace that too, because you'll learn to love them. I promise. 5 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, kettlebell, sumo, deadlift high pull. I'm gonna do this from the side this round. 3, 2, 1. Hinge back. Squeeze the glutes at the top. A little bit of shrug happens as you do the high pull, but then the shoulder blades come back and down. So at the very start, shrug, and then pull them down, if that makes sense. I'm going down. Maybe we're overcomplicating it. You got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, hold that weight on the opposite side from last round. For me, that's the left. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Side bends. I'm making this very tiny motion, but I'm still really contracting these muscles. Trying not to make these ones do all the work. Sometimes that means I have a little bit of lean toward the back, just to really make these ones work. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Bring that weight up for your goblet squat. We're moving in 3, 2, 1. Let's work. Nice and low. That squat. How low can you go? You should be a little bit more warmed up. The second round should be a little bit easier to go, a little bit lower. Just try to get as low as you can. Do your best. That's all you can do. Maybe it's a bad day. Maybe you didn't get any sleep, but do the best you can with what you have. 3, 2, 1. Rest. One more on the second round. Quick feet in and out. 3, 2, 1. Let's work. In and out, in and out. I'm saying the opposite of what I do. Bend down a little. Like sink into it, not bend, but sink your knees down a little bit. Like you're going into a squat. So instead of just being tall here, you're coming down like this. Athletic stance. And 3, 2, 1. Rest. One more round. Skater leaps. We are moving in 3, 2, 1. To the top. Last round through. I ask you guys every time, third round, I want you to pick up your intensity with every single exercise we do. Get that heart rate up even higher than you did the first 2 rounds. Push yourself. Push into that discomfort. You want to get stronger. You want to reach those goals. Show up for yourself. Do the work. Get uncomfortable. 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right, down for those push-ups. 2 plank jack. Moving in 3, 2, 1. If you want to, do 2 push-ups this round. Step it up in that way. Burn out those muscles maybe a little bit more. It's okay to modify or scale up in those types of ways, even if we don't throw it out there. But always know it's never really about what the movement is. It's about you challenging yourself. 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right, maybe for these reverse lunge to kicks, you pick up a weight this round. That's how you pick up your intensity. We're moving in 3, 2, 1. Reverse lunge, kick. Reverse lunge, kick. Now with these reverse lunges, don't let yourself bend forward. Try to keep your chest tall, sink toward the floor. That is important when you do lunges. You got this, guys. Tuesday morning, waking up the body. You guys are gonna have a better morning for being here. Keep going. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, down for the bear crawl. You're gonna be able to learn and focus better today. 3, 2, 1. Morning exercise is proven to do that. And I find myself, I'm just a nicer human, especially in times of adversity and stressful work environments. I just do better if I've done this or my own workout. 3, 2, 1, rest. Before I head out for the day. Luckily, I got you guys every morning now, so it's been good. Sumo deadlift high pull. 3, 2, 1. Down, down, up. Squeeze those glutes at the top. Make your eyes follow where your body goes. They look at the floor when you're coming down the bottom of that deadlift, and then they come up as you come up. No strain in the neck. Should not be watching me like this. That's bad. And 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, we're doing those side bends. We're gonna switch at 15 seconds. So start on either side. 3, 2, 1. Breathe through it. Keep your focus. What muscles are you using? You should start to feel it there, and switch sides. I like to keep my belly button pulled in that whole time, so I'm really focused on the front of my core. And 3, 2, 1. Bring it up for the goblet squat. Now, sometimes it's good to have a target to squat to. We're going in 3, 2, 1. So something low enough that I just need a little bit of tactile feedback to know I've gone low enough and to the same depth every rep. It is okay to do that. If you've got something to use, maybe it's a step or a tiny chair for tiny humans. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, guys, last set, best set. Quick feet. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Out, in it, out, in it. And then backwards. Sink down into it. Go even faster, but be light on your feet. Nice and agile. We are working on coordination, agility, your athletic ability. These are all good things for our body and our brain. Keep pushing through all the way. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Awesome job. Okay, we do have a burnout, as you may have guessed. I don't think we've skipped one in a long time. All right, for today, we're gonna do just individual work here, and you're gonna alternate 2 moves for 3 minutes. You guys are gonna do 3 squats, 1, 2, 3, to 1 squat thrust. That's where you put your hands down, come out to your plank, come back in and up, and then start over. 1, 2, 3, and then down and back up, okay? If you want to, you could scale this up. You could do squat jumps, you could do burpees, whatever you want. But if you can help it, don't scale down from this. We are gonna start in 10 seconds, turn that music up, bring the fire. We're going in 3, 2, 1. So 3 squats, full range of motion, weight in your heels, and then down in your squat thrust. Now this is 3 minutes long, so pick a pace that you're gonna be able to maintain. But as always, take rest breaks if you need it, especially if you're out of breath, you have any sort of respiratory issues. Don't need anybody having an asthma attack. But keep pushing through, cycling through 3 squats to 1 squat thrust. It's kind of funny. I was talking to my parents this weekend, and they both said in school they had to do squat thrust for their physical fitness test. And I just think it's funny because we never had to do that. They phased them out. But here we are, doing them again. All the days. Nice job, guys. Breathing through it. Take that rest break to recovery breathe when you need to. A few seconds of deep inhales and exhale. And then try to get back into it. Keep moving. If you need to do maybe a few more squats, you want to keep moving, but you just need to catch your breath. Do 5 or 10 squats and then get back into the rotation of 3 squats, 1 squat thrust. Keep going, guys. You're halfway done right here. This is where you have to dig deep. You have to look inside yourself. Remember, why you're doing this. This is hard. This is uncomfortable. But I promise you, if you're pushing yourself through that discomfort, then you are building your self-confidence because you're doing the things you said you would do for you. You are building your strength by doing repetition after repetition. You are building your growth as a human, and as your mindset expands and you are turning into the person you are meant to be. This is all part of that change. You got 45 seconds to go, guys. Keep pushing through for me. You can do this. You've done harder burnouts. Mind over matter. All of this is a mind game. Your body can take you there. It is your mind you have to convince and show up for and prove to that you can, because you can. You have to believe in yourself, though. Keep pushing through. 20 more seconds of work here. You got this. 3 squats, 1 squat thrust. You're almost done with this workout. You can do whatever you want the rest of the day, as long as you make good decisions. 10 more seconds. Keep going, guys. Give me a few more reps here. 5, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Whew, that was a tough one. I feel like I say that every day, but it's true. All right, guys, let's catch our breath slowly. Let's just do a dynamic start to our cool down. Some high knee marches in place. Just catch your breath, that recovery breathing. Get a sip of water if you need it. And we're going to transition to chest opener, the butt kick. And we're just going to make our way back down to some static stretches. Just letting our heart rate come down a little bit more slowly. I feel like the floor is getting more squeaky over here now. I've been jumping on it. All right, guys, let's do, I feel like our quads need to stretch after that. Stretch the quads. You can grab a chair if you need to. However you're needing to keep your balance. Switch sides. If you guys are doing the challenge, let's bring our feet wide. Stretch the groin. If you're doing the challenge, make sure you have updated your body stats or measurements with your weight inside that Trainerize or Fit Body Coaching app. They're synonymous. They're just trying to change the name of it, I think. Switch sides. Make sure you are reaching out to your coach if you are struggling, if you have questions, if you're not sure how to track your food. Let's come straight down, stretch the hamstrings, because that is an important piece. We want to keep you guys accountable, and if you're not logging the workouts and the food, then it's hard for us to do that. All right, let's come down on our backs. I want to do a back stretch we haven't done in a while. I haven't done in a while. You're going to pull one knee in toward your chest, and then you're going to bring that across your body. Let's just hold this and breathe. I'm opening up the chest on the opposite side, trying to keep both shoulder blades on the floor. All right, let's switch sides, pull the opposite knee in toward the chest. And then pull that across your body. Very tight. Okay, almost fell asleep there. Then bring both knees into your chest and just hug them in tight. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit of low back stretch. If not, let's ramp this up. I'm gonna have you bring your hands to your feet, and then pull your knees in. If you can only do it to here, that's okay. Just hold that position. But if you need a step up, you can do this one. This is a yoga move. I think it's called Happy Baby. I know Giovanna's a yogi. She can correct me. All right, and then let's kind of rock side to side. Giving ourselves a little bit of a back massage. If you have a hard floor you're on. All right, very good. Let's roll up from there. If you need more stretching, please feel free to tack some on at the end here, but I have to get going. So thank you guys so much for being here. Again, I appreciate every single one of you for always showing up on this Zoom, letting us be here for you. If you aren't able to be at the gym still, I appreciate that so much. So I hope you guys are seeing the value in this and loving that you can still get your workouts in. Hopefully we keep doing this on into the future. I don't know what the plan is, but for now we're here. So I want you guys to think about, as you go through your day, what are those goals that you set for yourself for this week? It's good to have short-term goals and long-term goals. Short-term is this week, next week. What are you trying to achieve each day? Long-term, you're looking further out, maybe a month down the road, maybe a year, but it's good to have goals for both time frames and working toward them every day. Take action, write down what are those goals, what are you going to do today that's going to bring you closer to where you want to be. And it doesn't have to have anything to do with your weight or what you look like in the mirror. It has to be something that for you goes deep enough to your why that's going to keep you showing up every day. For me, it's my mental health. So find what that is for yourself. And it might take some time, but that's an important piece of the puzzle. So I want you to really look deeper inside yourself for what those things are and just work at it every day. No one's going to do this for you. No one can show up and change your life. You have to change your own life. So let's do family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family. Thank you guys. Have an awesome day.